Well, our director was in a regular training meeting with 8 or 9 other human rights activists, and civilian dressed security forces came and asked them to drop everything, and they were whisked away to different locations. For 28 hours, we had no contact with them. According to the fairly, serious emergency laws which Turkey has right now, even within those laws, within 24 hours, they're supposed to allow them access to family and lawyer. So it didn't happen for 28 hours. Since then, until then, it was incommunicado detention. Then we came to know where they are. Until now, no questions have been asked from Idil Eser, and no charge has been made. So we don't really know. We are being told that the investigation is for membership of an armed terrorist organization, which is absurd and totally grotesque. And it's not just Idil, but most of the other people they have detained now are all fairly well-known NGOs and not really, in any kind of radical organization. So yeah, it's completely a mystery as to what they're trying to do. I think everybody is quite shocked. I believe that several of them have raised it bilaterally or directly or indirectly with President Erdogan. I mean, the paradox for us, of course, is that in 1998, President Erdogan was the mayor of Istanbul, and he was arrested for reading a poem. And Amnesty International actually fought his case. He was an amnesty prisoner of conscience, exactly on the issue of freedom of expression. So we have come a full circle. Now, this is the first time in Amnesty's history that both the chair and the director of Amnesty International are in prison. So this is truly shocking, and we feel that we have to find a resolution to this. The first and foremost, both our people and several others should be unconditionally and immediately released. But beyond that, I think there needs to be a real discussion with the government on how they see it, because we fully understand their kind of paranoia after the attempted coup. But the worry now is that this has gone far beyond the post-coup situation. Anybody who's even having a debate, let alone any kind of dissent, is being attacked. So hundreds of journalists are in jail, over 100 journalists, over 100 media outlets closed, 50,000 people are in jail, 100,000 public workers have lost their jobs. So it's really kind of reaching a point of human rights crisis. So we hope the international kind of media and the community of international actors start looking at this very seriously. And we are, of course, very grateful to Turkey for hosting over 2 million Syrian refugees, and we will never forget that. But that cannot be a bargaining chip when it comes to basic human rights. So we are in a very challenging situation, because anything that happens on human rights now, the Turkish regime interprets this as some kind of Western, interference or foreign kind of hand, whether using the Gulenist kind of angle or a Western propaganda angle. And I'm always the first one to say that Western governments have had double standards when it comes to human rights, and they have selectively used it, including with Turkey. But I think in this case, they are taking this argument too far. So forget about the Western agenda and all of that Gulenist agenda. What does Turkey want, and what does Turkey's constitution say? Let's respect domestic constitution and domestic laws and meet the aspirations of the Turkish people. I mean, I think you cannot run a country in a kind of with an iron hand where nobody is allowed to express dissent. The entire civil society is repressed. The media are scared to talk, because apart from those who are in jail, this has had a chilling effect. Effectively, media organizations are self-censoring as well, and you can see why.